Giancarlo Stanton and Carlos Rodon are not having good spring trainings for the Yankees. Stanton, in 6 games so far, only has 1 hit. Carlos Rodon, he's thrown 5 2/3 innings and has given up 4 runs. A lot of Yankee fans are wondering, should we be worried about Giancarlo Stanton and Carlos Rodon? They were not great last year. Is this a bad sign? A show that they're not going to rebound? And I think that as fans, we need to take a step back and remember, this is spring training. Spring training, the numbers don't matter, and we should not be getting concerned off of 6 spring training games. Here's the deal. People are looking for the spring training numbers only when it helps their storyline. As fans, people can ignore storylines that they want to ignore, and they follow the ones they want to follow. Spencer Jones, when he was raking, and he still is, hitting a 470-foot home run, just looking like a left-handed Aaron Judge in spring training, people are going, oh, of course we shouldn't have traded him. Like, of course you don't trade him for Corbin Burns or whoever he's in a trade for. You gotta keep him, right? Just because of what he's doing in spring training. But Aaron Judge, he has been terrible so far in spring training. 5 games, hitting 167, no home runs, OPS of 536. But people aren't going and saying, oh, Aaron Judge, this is bad. The toe injury, it's still affecting him. It's too short of a sample size. And logically, as fans, we know that. We know that Spencer Jones, yeah, he's a really good prospect. But you look at the numbers in the minors, he's being a little bit too good for the player that he has been in his career. Not to say that he can't be a really solid player, and it's nice to see that upside, but we know not to overreact too much. We know, even though Aaron Judge hasn't hit a single home run, he's still a really good home run hitter, and there's nothing to worry about there. It's spring training. Players are making changes. We know Carlos Rodon has been changing the pitches he's throwing, relying less on that fastball slider, trying to implement more off-speed. So he's making changes. He's experimenting. The results don't really matter in spring training. Giancarlo Stanton, okay, he has 1 hit. He's also only struck out 3 times. That's a positive narrative. Not striking out, putting the ball in play. He's played the outfield. You can pick and choose a million different narratives when you're this far into spring training. You just can't rely on any of them. And as fans, we should not be concerned off of spring training stats. 6 games is not enough to assess what Giancarlo Stanton we're going to get. Yes, he was bad last year. But you look at the track record before that, he's been a pretty solid player. Carlos Rodon, again, he was bad last year. Not doing well so far in spring training. But you look at the 2 years before, and he was one of the best pitchers in MLB. So, I think a logical argument based off of past seasons and diving into the numbers and saying, hey, we should be concerned about Stanton because he's chasing out of the zone more last season. He's being challenged more, and he can't hit velocity. If you're using a full season and coming to that conclusion, then, yeah, that's a pretty sound logical argument. But anyone who is acting as if the spring training stats are the end-all be-all is just insane. If Stanton was on a hot streak in spring training, would we say he's back to his 2017 form? No, because he has had struggles. At the same time, we can't say he's terrible in spring training. The struggles are only going to continue. It's just too small of a sample size. And as Yankee fans, we shouldn't be just cherry-picking these spring training numbers. We should not be concerned. Let spring training play out. Let the players get their reps. And let's hope that the Yankees can have a good and strong regular season.